Hey everyone, this week we're going to be swapping out our older, not even sure what brand they are, we'll find that out later, DOT approved, I'm calling them JW speaker knockoffs. Already got the trim ring off, so we got 3 screws in here that come out, actually 4, so here, here, down at the bottom. These 4 screws will come out, and once they are out, the ring that retains the headlamp will release forward with the headlamp itself. Disconnect it and back before then, and this one's always been a little flickery on me, and I think this explains that. So I will grab the tools we need to start pulling this. To remove the trim ring was a Torx 15. I'm not certain if it's going to be the same size for the other screws, but it sure looks like it might be. Alright, these screws look real easy to lose too, so keep a fingertip on one when you're pulling it out would be my recommendation. And with that, the trim ring should slip straight out here. And if it helps on the alignment, you'll see 2 of these are closer together. Those are the outside, and you've got one up high, one clock down about probably 5 o'clock. Be the other 2. So let's go ahead and make our disconnects here. And as I suspected, as brand markings go, these have none. One of the things I noticed pulling this out too is that where this is looking loose on here, it almost looks like it's missing some of the pieces on the adjusters. So I might end up having to get some replacement parts, but for now we'll get our other replacement in here. So what I'm popping back in here in place of the other unit light assembly would be the Auxito LED lights, and I'll post some closer up pictures here with the specs so you can see what they have to offer. The lenses I'm going to be using are Hella, DOT approved, SAE stamped, made in Germany, and this will be the second TJ I've had these on. I had them on my last TJ that was a Rubicon. Absolutely love them, so I'm anxious to see what they look like on this one. Standard connector built in right on the back, LEDs left and right. If it has a fan, it's internal to it, no other assembly required, and these literally just drop right in as a direct replacement for an H4 bulb. Then I've got the covers that went on these on my old setup. Now, as far as lining the bulbs go, you'll see on the rear of the lens, we've got these standoffs, right? There's 3 separate ones all the way around. It's going to be pretty straightforward. No Hella goes at the bottom, right? And the little standoffs match up with the headlight bucket. So when it goes in, it kind of snaps into place. And really, there's only one way it can snap into place, period. Then we've got our trim ring that will go back on. Looks on the trim ring too, like it has a seam at the bottom. That might be the fastest way to know how to line it up. Seam goes at the bottom. It is in. Granted, it's not going to be lined up perfectly, and I'm going to tear out parts before I can even aim it. But let's go kick this thing on and see how it looks. So here's high beam. And just for kind of a side-by-side view, let's set them up like this. So we got high beam, we got low beams. So here's kind of the direct end of the bulb look. projector lamps, Hella lenses. And one of the things I really like about the Hella lenses, it gives you the traditional Jeep look. For whatever reason, I prefer that. And one of the plus side to having this type of bulbs versus these, one of these dies on you somewhere, or both of them die on you somewhere, you can go to any parts store and get a regular H4 bulb and pop it in there and be back on your way. Here we go, side 2. I have the new headlamp assembly assembled, ready to go in. So first thing, I'll be disconnecting the bulb itself. Next up, we'll pull the trim ring. All right, old bulb is now out. On this side, the mounting ring is much stiffer, so I may need to replace that entire headlight bucket on the other side, which appears to have 4 bolts that pass through to the inside of the front radiator shroud. So now, just as in like the other side, sit this in here and get it lined up on those little guide slots. We've got both headlights back in. Overall, if everything goes perfectly according to plan, this is a very fast job, but don't ever expect anything to go according to plan on a Jeep this old. So I'm going to kick them on, test out brights and dims. Then later tonight or tomorrow night, I'm going to go film a night driving segment, and I got some before and after comparisons for what it looked like with the old lights, what it looks like with these lights, and what it even looked like in the same stretch of road in daylight. We have low beams. And we have high beams. The low beam, the high beam. Last up is put some tools away, and this job's done. So if you're ever going to take this on yourself, I do highly recommend these Hella lenses. They've been very solid for me for a long time. Like I said, second TJ I've had these on. Verdict's out on these Auxito LED lights. If they go out on me very quickly, I'll let everyone know. Otherwise, I'll run them for a while, see what happens. But again, thanks for watching, and tune in a day or two for the before and after shots.